So from event planning, we're shining a spotlight on our beautiful four-legged friends. Now, accidents can happen anywhere and at any time, and preparing yourself for an emergency situation can help towards a positive outcome. So here are the basics of first aid.
Now, familiarizing ourselves with the basic principles of first aid is yet another way that we can make sure that our canine companions are well looked after in any situations. Now, Dr. Matz, a technical specialist from MSD Animal Health, the makers of BRAVCETO, is back to talk to us through how we can be better prepared for any kind of situation that may occur. And once again, it's always a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
All right, so how common are situations that people may need to be prepared to administer first aid or some kind of first aid on their dogs?
Fairly common. I think Murphy's Law, every now and then something will happen. A car accident, could be heat stress. You know, we're having a pretty good summer at the moment, so heat stress is very common. You can have potential drownings. We spoke about poisonous plants in the past. So all of those are potentially threats to our pets, and we need to be prepared.
Yeah. So how then do you approach this kind of situation?
I think my very first step would be to phone the vet immediately. So as soon as you suspect that something has gone, you've seen something, phone up the vet and get advice immediately. Because that will save you a lot of time in terms of trying to second guess yourself and what to do next, what is the right thing to do. So phone, get the right thing to do and get going.
Yeah, and we've seen videos online and on television of how to administer CPR and how to do the Heimlich maneuver on humans, but I've never seen those being done on animals before. So is there a basic skill set that every pet owner or dog owner needs to equip themselves with to ensure that they are ready for that kind of situation? For instance, you call the vet, but the vet lives 10 kilometers away, so you need to do something now. Is there that basic skill set?
I think it's your classic ABC, so make sure that your airways are clean, the animal is breathing and is still alive. And you know, you look at things like obvious bleeding, you try and stop that. You know, so beyond the obvious, I wouldn't try and do too much on an animal, and then get them there as quickly as possible. Yeah.
And then also in terms of being prepared as a pet owner, what should your basic first aid kit look like at home?
I think a couple of bandages, something that's absorbent, something to cover open wounds. A leash is always very helpful. I would use also a blanket as a form of carrying an animal that's in a lot of pain, including a muzzle, because some of the times painful animals can injure you as well, unknowingly or without wanting to. And that will help you with transporting the animal safely and as quickly as possible.
All right, some great advice. Thank you very much, Dr. Matz. Always appreciated. And make sure that you do join us for our next informative segment with BRAVCETO, where we address kennel cough syndrome.
Well, there you have it, the basics of first aid. But go ahead and extend the picture of health for your dog and get in line to win awesome prizes with Expresso and BRAVCETO. Now, 3 lucky winners per week will walk away with a year's supply of BRAVCETO, and all the weekly winners go into a grand prize draw to win a BRAVCETO hamper and 5,000 Rand cash. So visit the BRAVCETO South Africa Facebook page or expressoshow.com to find out more.
For extraordinary pet, you need extraordinary care. Give your dog 12 weeks protection against ticks and fleas in just one tasty treat with BRAVCETO.